Hello everyone, this is DD1 here, and today I'm going to be showcasing one of my most recent purchases, which is a 2006 Jimmy Wrapping Butler. This is an item that, ironically, I've not gotten any of till just a few days ago, which is kind of surprising considering the things that I own, such as like the Phantom or Scrooge and things like that. Yet it took me this long to get a wrapping butler. And recently I also got a Party Monster, which again I also have not owned until just a few days ago. And then not too long ago I got that sample Count Vigor, and I had not had a Count Vigor up until that point either. So it's just kind of odd, but now I have this guy, and I honestly couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, he's overall in great shape. The box is in pretty solid condition. Um, and yeah, let's just get right into it. So, you've probably seen one of these before, and a lot of you might even own one. But what most people don't know about some of the older butlers and the wrapping butler is this butler here, he has a higher quality fabric. It's, softer to the touch, it's less see-through, and it just feels nicer. And the wrapping butler always had this. However, starting in 2006, all other butlers got the more common butler clothing material, which, it's still not bad, but it's kind of more on the lines of feltish, kind of like felt. And if you shined light at the pants, you could slightly see through the pants. And so it's just, a little cheaper. Those butlers are all still incredible items, but it's a little different. Same with the hats. The 2006 Edwardian butler with top hat has a kind of felt like cheaper hat instead of this one, which is, you know, more realistic in creation. Um, and then since the wrapping butler is more advanced than the other butlers, they just kept those higher quality cosmetics with him. And there are two generations of this guy. This is the first gen from 2006, and he was sold at Costco. Second gen was a few more places. And, he has the same head as the Burgundy Butler does. This one, there's actually slight pigmentation on the lips, which is cool because, that it makes sense. It's what humans were designed like in the first place. In a lot of butlers, the lips are the same color as the rest of the face. So it is faint, but it is there, and that's a really cool detail. His eyes light up. He's the only classic butler to really do so, except for, Grays, but like with this kind of head, it's the only one. His eyes have a split gear currently, but it's just such a pain to open a head like this. And the eyes both still light up, so until like the mouth stops moving, I'm just gonna not worry too much about it. There's a split gear in the body turn, but it still works, and I've been lazy and I have not replaced that yet because it still works. But when that comes off of the shaft, then yes, I am going to replace it. The arm, still works. It doesn't click. I actually am using a different 9-volt 2-amp adapter because that's the adapter he came with. That's the voltage and whatnot. I'm using a different one from a Cauldron, which I believe, because his is slightly more powerful than this one is, and there's a chance that it actually puts out, 2.5 amps instead of 2 amps, or 2000 milliamps, however you want to say it. Because his original adapter would make his arm click when it would go down, but this one, the arm does not click when it goes back down. Of course, me saying that, it'll probably start doing that in the video, but there's nothing wrong with that at all. His hat has some dust and whatnot I need to get off of it, but I mean, overall, except for a few little things here and there that can be easily addressed, he is in just excellent cosmetic shape. I did have to do some board work on this guy. Like some of the old Cauldron Witches will do, his fuse was going bad, but instead of completely dying, he would like just barely struggle and carry on, but he would get like very low pitch and most of the movements would stop. And so I jumped the fuse like I did on my '06 Cauldron Witch, and that fixes that problem. So if you have a Wrapping Butler or a Cauldron Witch and it just starts to die off when you activate it, that is the issue. Aside from that, which was really tedious since I had, like, none of the screws wanted to come out. They either the head broke off or it just would not move and it stripped. So I had to like drill through some of those, which was not fun. And so yeah, that kind of sucked. But I did fix the board in that way, and I'll be repairing the other stuff eventually. But try not to make this too long. I can get carried away sometimes. Here's the box. Backside's a little, warped more so than the front. The front is like perfect when it comes to the shaping. Like it's just super flat, like it's supposed to be. There's like some grime and whatnot right there. I've dusted this off a lot already. It was very dusty. You can see a pretty early prototype of one right there. And the button is photoshopped on. And it actually says 2006. So many 2006 items say 2005. So this is a rare exception to that. But yeah, that's really all I have to showcase with, details and whatnot. It did come with the mic, which I'll probably test in this video. I haven't tested it with the mic yet, but now I'll plug him in and play through all his phrases.
Another guest. So good of you to come.
His head mech is insanely quiet for a gear driven and super loose, so couldn't be happier.
Please make yourself at home. The master will be about shortly. Now what you hear is not a taste I'm rocking to the beat. And me, the crew, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. See, I am on the mic and I'd like to say hello to the black, to the white, the red and the brown, the purple. And but first I gotta bang bang the boogie to the boogie, say up jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie, let's rock. Stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock.
So yeah, it works excellent.
Feel free to help yourself to one of my refreshments.
And those hands are live casted, so they're super detailed up close. Unfortunately, they don't really match the head in color that great.
Lately, I've been feeling a bit poorly. How do I look? I shall announce your presence to the master, even though he already knows you're here. I say, what a lovely outfit you're wearing tonight. It truly sets the appropriate mood for the evening. I bid you welcome to our humble abode. May I offer you something enticing? Welcome. Shall I stable your horse for you? I said hip, hop the hippie to the hip, hip hop, and you don't stop the rocket to the bang. this not a taste I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the crew, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. Say I am on the mic and I'd like to say hello to the black, to the white, the red and the brown, the blue and yellow. But first I gotta bang bang the boogie to the boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop, rock the boogie that'll make your body rock. Come right in. Won't you join our festivities in the Grand Hall? Ah, another guest. So good of you to come.
He has a lot of phrases.
Please make yourself at home. The master will be about shortly.
And a lot of them at that. So that's all his phrases, and I'm going to be playing it in mic mode now because why not, right? So we will see how well that works for us. All right, testing. It appears he is working. I think I need to turn the volume up a bit for the mic to work better. All right, so now I'm talking through him. Another guest. So good of you to come. Mic mode doesn't really work the best on him, honestly. I mean, it seemed like he was just constantly moving like back with the body turn the whole time. So yeah, it really depends on what all they do with mic mode depending on the specific item. I mean, like some items just are programmed better for mic mode than others. And with this guy, I don't know how it is with other items, but with this one in particular, it's like with other rapping bowlers I meant, but with this one in particular, it really could move a little better, but it's not too bad. But yeah, it's an incredible item. I've honestly always wanted one, but just never had the right opportunity in front of me, I guess. And this was a local find, and met this nice guy who I got it from. He's a real one, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, the eyes can move, but what can you say? Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.